Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episodes 33 to 37. So without any further ado, let's get on with the video. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episode 33, The Flame Poke-athon. And it's a pretty good episode. So Ash, Brock, and Misty come into a town where these Pokemon are endangered and can't be captured. And yeah, this is yeah. And yeah, this girl, who I've forgotten her name, rides around on a Ponyta. And it turns out there's a race for I've forgotten what it was. But she seems like a legit good person. But of course there's a guy with a Dodrio who seems to be competitive with her. But he's much more of an evil douche as we thought. Because apparently he hires Team Rocket to eliminate his rival so he could win the upcoming competition, which is downright awful. Honestly. And yeah, on the day of the race, he tries to take out the other competitors too. And yeah, he hires Team Rocket to do that. Very subtle, dude. You can't even win fair and square. But Ash decides to go in the girl's place and rides on Ponyta. Which, yeah, only after a couple of, tries, Ash eventually gets the hang of it. I do like the cute moment with, Pikachu riding on Squirtle and Brock, I think, riding on Onix. And yeah, the race is pretty intense, with the various obstacles, Team Rocket interfering as they always do. It kind of feels like I'm watching the pod race scene from Star Wars Episode 1 in that regard. Same intensity, same kind of obstacles, and Team Rocket kind of acting like the Tusken Raiders. Actually, yeah, that is a pretty good comparison. And yeah, I love the moment where Ponyta evolves into Rapidash and helps Ash win the race. That was very nice. But of course, that douche doesn't want to admit defeat, so he tries a surprise attack. They all do that. And he gets the treatment that Team Rocket got earlier. So yeah, overall, I think it's a good episode. The race itself is pretty intense. Again, comparison to Star Wars Episode 1, that's saying a lot. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episode 34, The Kangaskhan Kid. And yeah, this episode was awful. I'll get into why. So, Ash, Brock, and Misty come into the Safari Zone, but it turns out they can't purchase any Pokemon. As of course, Jenny, dressed up as a Chansey, well, half of her is, catches them in the act, but lets them off with a warning. For it turns out the Kangaskhan are pretty much endangered species and have to be left alone. But it pretty much turns into the Jungle Book mixed with Tarzan, as there's a little boy who is pretty much in line with the Kangaskhan. But now here's the part of the episode where I actually hate. So this little boy, whose real name is Tommy, his parents have been looking for him for the past 5 years. And given the backstory they give to Ash, Brook, and Misty, you're gonna wish Tommy was better off with the Kangaskhan. Okay, so during the flashback, the father holds Tommy up in the air while they're riding on the helicopter. But instead of putting the kid back away from the opening of the helicopter, he accidentally drops him. And yeah, that's child neglect. And when the kid can't remember his parents, his father hits him. Yeah, we'll add child abuse to that charge too. No, I'm not buying these two as good parents. That poor kid does not deserve them. If this was the real world, CPS should be called on them. Now, I know this is meant for kids. For kids, this would seem pretty fun. This would seem the child-friendly. But as an adult, this is very uncomfortable. Given the next episode I'm going to review, it's going to get worse. But anyway, this is not a good lesson for kids when they grow up as adults, that being neglectful parents is the right form of parent. It is not. And while they do decide to team up with the Kangaskhan to raise the kid, Tommy deserves to be a better of the Kangaskhan. At least they try to help those kids, but nevertheless, the rest of it is just plain stupid. Yeah, those parents are awful people. I know they seem nice, but they are not fit to be parents. Period. Sorry, I've gone with the major rant. I'm not saying all parents are bad. It's just neglectful and the stupid ones that I hate. And yes, there's a lot of cartoon parents who are pretty neglectful. Yeah, you can make a list of that. So yeah, keep this forward. Not all parents are bad. I mean, I'm autistic and my parents raised me correctly. So thank you, Mom and Dad. But the ones who are neglectful and just downright stupid don't deserve to be parents. Again, like I said, not all parents are bad. Okay? Got it? Fine. I hope all this stuff does not get me demonetized, please. So yeah, overall, the episode's awful. And I think you know why. And you can ignore that. Today, I am looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episode 5, The Legend of Dratini. Yeah, remember when I said that there was this episode made me uncomfortable? Yeah, I can't exactly talk about it without getting this video demonetized. And given that this is pretty much the third banned episode I've talked about on the show, but the second Pokemon episode that got banned. And given its use of material, yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. Go read up. Go read up the Legend of Dratini episode and look at why it got banned. I think you know why. And yeah, the way it's shown is very, very uncomfortable. I mean, this is aimed at children? Really? No, this is not aimed at children. This is uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. But this is also the same episode where Ash gets, I'm not even kidding, 30 Tauros. Yeah, he captured 30 Tauros. That is a lot. Wow. But yeah, the episode got banned, but was almost released in America, but they were worried about continuity issues regarding the content. Yeah, I can say why. So yeah, the episode itself is fine, but its content on why the episode got banned in the first place is very uncomfortable. I mean, how this made it to air in the first place is beyond me. Wow. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episode 36, The Bridge Bike Gang. So yeah, the episode is meh. So they come across a new bridge that only bikers can get across. So yeah, Ash, Brock, and Misty are asked to make a delivery to one town to another. They oblige to. But of course, you gotta have your rebels, and they come across this notorious bike gang. And yeah, they intimidate the group, they do all sorts of crap. Team Rocket shows up, and while them being tied to the bike gang is somewhat interesting, the episode itself is just a real drag. I'm not buying these people as good people. The only good part I kind of enjoyed was the ending, where Ash, Brock, and Misty, good commitment to try and deliver the medicine to a sick Pokemon in the pouring storming rain, and the bike gang actually helping them get across. That is probably actually the good thing I liked about them. But the rest of it is just meh to me. It's just meh. So overall, the episode isn't 100% bad. It's just, except for the ending, the rest of it is just, ugh. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episode 37, Ditto's Mysterious Mansion. And this is actually a pretty fun episode. So Ash, Brock, and Misty find themselves in an abandoned mansion, where they come across a girl with a Ditto. If you don't know what a Ditto is pretty much a Pokemon that can transform into other Pokemon. But there's one problem with this Ditto. It can't replicate the face. Now this is actually kind of an interesting idea. Which Pokemon is which? And honestly, I feel bad for this girl. I mean, all she wanted to do was put on a show to make people laugh, but it ended up mysteriously going wrong, and that poor Ditto of hers, honestly. And honestly, I do like Team Rocket's conclusion in this. After they kidnapped Ditto, they actually helped Ditto succeed on replicating a Pokemon, even with the face. This is actually one of the few times Team Rocket actually helps. More on that later down the line. But here we come to the best part of the episode. Now, for those who of course know, Team Rocket always had to have their motto, their intro, if you will. Prepare for trouble and make it double. To protect the world from devastation, to unite all peoples within our nations, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meow, that's right. Why do I bring this one in particular? Ash, Brock, Misty, and even the new girl do their own version of it. And it is exactly as a bunch of fun as it is. But of course, with a few alterations. Instead of 3 members of Team Rocket, there's 4. Well, technically 5. And instead of Jesse and James introducing themselves, it's Ash, Brock, Misty, and that new girl. And instead of Meowth doing the final part, it's Pikachu. And honestly, that part is damn hilarious. I always wondered, what if Ash and the gang did their own intro? And while they tried to replicate that in the Diamond and Pearl series, we unfortunately never got a full version of it. This one gives us the full version, and is absolutely entertaining. So yeah, as you can see, this episode is great. It's got a good setup. Ditto is a lot of fun. Ash and the gang doing their own version of the Team Rocket motto is freaking great. So yeah, everything about this episode is fantastic. I wish we had more good filler episodes like this. And that's the end of the video, folks. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment and subscribe, and I hope to get more videos out like this. Speaking of which, starting tomorrow afternoon, I'll be looking at Pokemon Season 1, Episodes 38 to 42. Yeah. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Pokemon Season 1, Episodes 38 to 42. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.